Good morning, good morning. Good morning.
Hello,
Good morning.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Awesome. Oh, what a few days.
Yeah, I feel like we say that every time, but it's so true.
I know, it's crazy.
It's been a
Um,
few months.
just a bit, but good. All good.
Yeah,
And that's the main thing. But what I'm finding is how much confusion is out there and how much different information is being put out there that is incorrect.
yeah,
And it's quite frightening, actually. Um, and they double down on it as well to say this is the truth, you know.
yeah. Yeah, it's so frustrating because it's just causing a lot more struggle for inexperienced authors who are trying to go through the mill for the first time. They don't really know which way to turn.
Yeah, it's so true. And and then they don't know what advice to listen to or what
Yeah,
to, you know, who they must trust. Do you know what I mean? Especially
yeah,
of the history of what's happened within our community. Um, but it's just so sad that it's got to a stage where all this false information is being put out there and people just don't know which way to go with it, you know. um,
yeah,
and it's like, well, there needs to be this space where the information is correct, the information is easily accessible, and there's no Chinese whispers being put out. You know what I mean?
yeah. I really am hoping that the Saya platform as a whole will become that place. And it's not just because we think we are the authority on the matter, we're all
God,
still
no.
learning along with it. But just to be able to find everything in one place, I think will be such a big help for people.
Yeah, I mean,
They don't have
somebody
to
needs
go.
to take that kind of control of it, where it's
Yeah,
not, you know, in a space that is closed doors to society. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And making it so damn difficult.
yeah. No, I
It's
agree.
it's a bit crazy, to be honest. And I just find it why spread the information that is incorrect. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
What are we gaining from it? Because we're a community. Just because you and I write books, and it could be the same genre, doesn't mean that if I don't promote you, I'm going to get more sales. Do you know what I
yeah.
mean?
No,
Um,
exactly.
there's enough room and there's enough unique identity within different books that could be based on the same prompt, as we have shown within
Yeah,
what we have trialed already. That you can have one prompt and everyone will come up with a completely different scenario.
yeah.
So there doesn't have
And
to be this space of, well, I'm not going to talk about their book because it's going to take away from me. That's not the
yeah,
case. If anything, it
yeah,
boosts you.
exactly. And I think if South African indie authors as a whole promote one another and we collectively become better known, it just opens up more readers to considering South African indie authors. So
Yeah,
boosting one another, helping one another actually actively helps, if I boost your book, it will actually help bring more readers to my book as well, because more
of
readers will
course.
become aware that we exist.
Yeah,
So, no, it's a very sad state of affairs that there are people who are either misinformed or they are actively trying to sabotage other authors.
it's so true.
And Yeah, it is sad, but you're hoping to change these things and just make the information a bit easier to come by.
Definitely. I mean, especially with having Hive as well, the local book hive is a great little addition. And it's not a little addition, it's a huge addition, you know, and it celebrates those people. And
Yeah,
it doesn't divide against who you are, what you look like, what you sound like.
yeah,
It's a South African indie author platform.
yeah,
So it's a beautiful rainbow of authors,
yeah,
which I love.
yeah, it is. Yeah. I don't know if you want to go into a bit more detail for some of the authors that are joining in on the specific issue that we picked up on last night and this
Yeah.
morning.
So
Um,
yeah, we definitely need to talk about it because there's so much different information being put around.
yeah,
Someone's gonna end up either not writing or getting their book out there because the information they're getting is not right, or they're going to be spending money on something that doesn't need to have money spent on,
yeah,
you know?
yeah,
So we're part of like a indie author group, WhatsApp group. And the conversation came up about ISBN. And we've spoken about this quite a lot,
yeah,
within our lives and in our spaces. And if you are an author in South Africa, you don't have to pay for an ISBN. Plain and simple. You go through the National Library of South Africa. We have the person's email address because that's the person you will send the request to.
yeah.
There's only one person.
Yeah, and it's you don't even have to know the person's email. I
Yeah,
mean, there's such an easy little form that you fill in
yeah,
online
yeah.
and just press submit, and a couple of weeks later, your ISBN arrives in your inbox.
Exactly. Now, the only thing you might pay for is if you want a barcode done, but it's not done through the National Library of South Africa. It's done
Yeah,
through another entity who they recommend. And I think it's
yeah,
about 250 Rand, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah,
But within Saya, we found another platform that you can do it for free,
yeah,
which is also because listen, not everyone has that 250 Rand to add on top of all of their other expenses that they're putting out. Let's be
yeah. And
honest.
I mean, even if you do have it, rather spend that money printing an extra copy of your book or
Yeah,
paying for artwork or ads on social media or something.
exactly.
You
So
need to spend your
we
money wisely.
we can't stress this enough. And this is a major thing for us all, is that you
Yeah,
do not have to pay for an ISBN in South Africa. It is one of the only countries, I think there's only one more in the world, that gives this for free. Now,
yeah,
in a country that wants money for everything, the fact
yeah.
that we get this for free is a miracle.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
we must grab it with hands. If you are a South African indie author, please do not pay for it. Please do
Yeah.
not do this because you are just putting money in somebody else's pocket who is taking advantage of you
Yeah.
because they know it's for free.
Yeah, and I mean the rates that people charge to do this is actually quite astounding because it's a little form you fill in. And depending on the quantity of books that you're printing, you need to send. But most of those places that charge you for the ISBN, it's still your responsibility
Yeah,
to mail your copies to the National Library.
yes. And that's also another
But
thing. People don't understand how it works.
mm,
Like, if you have, what is it, 20 copies, you only send one book.
yeah,
Now,
so actually if you have less than 20 copies or up to 20 copies, you don't even have to send a book in.
Okay.
Between 20 and 100 copies, it's one copy that you
Yeah.
send to the office in Cape Town.
Yeah.
And if you have more than 100 books, you need to send 5 copies in total to different locations,
Yeah.
different libraries across the country.
Now, a lot of
So,
people don't understand that. They think that they have to
yeah.
send it to every single library.
Yeah, I mean, even I was confused about that the first time round that I applied for an ISBN. But I actually contacted the gentleman then that sent me
Yeah.
the initial email, and he explained it to me quite nicely and highlighted where I need to send what. So, but I mean, if you don't know, then you don't
You
know.
don't know
And you're
exactly.
trusting industry professionals to lead you in the right direction, but
Yeah.
it
And
doesn't happen that way.
that's the problem, isn't it? You have industry professionals that are, and there's a lot of them that are well known, that are
Mm.
taking advantage of people for ISBNs.
Yeah, I mean, you had that friend of yours that paid like over a
Yeah.
thousand rand for an ISBN,
Yeah.
which is crazy. And she
Yeah.
had to still pay for printing the copies that had to be sent.
Yeah. Yeah. That was not a good thing. And that's what I love, the fact that we've created this space and we've actually been able to help her get out of this contract with
Yeah,
the help of our legal eagle, you know,
yeah,
Terry, who has been an absolute blessing. And that is what's happened in the first week. We've helped somebody, get out of the contract because it wasn't what it should
yeah.
have
It's one
been.
thing if you're paying for the service and they're actually
Yeah.
delivering a decent product. It would be one thing.
Yeah.
But what she received was just,
Yeah,
it
it wasn't
was,
good enough. And when someone is charging you 1,600 Rand for ISBNs
yeah,
that isn't needed,
yeah.
that's 1,600 Rand. That's a lot of
It's a
money.
lot of money. Yeah,
And the fact that they do it, that's what I can't get my head around. But then that's corporates, you know what I mean? They're not
yeah,
thinking of you and me about we sell one book and we are dancing like crazy people because somebody
yeah,
has actually bought our book. That is
yeah,
helping us feed our families. Do you know what I mean? But when it comes to these big corporations, they're thinking of us as a number. How much profit are we making off of them? How are we
yeah,
going to make our bonuses at the end of the year even better for
yeah,
ourselves? They don't care about your life. They don't care about what's going on. And that's all corporations. So I'm not just picking on, the
yeah,
publishing world. This is all corporations because it is about the profit line at the end of the day.
yeah,
It's a cold situation and they don't care.
yeah,
And people need to do more due diligence when they are signing up to these things. They need to ensure that they are doing the right thing for themselves,
yeah,
and that they are getting the correct information.
yeah. Yeah, and it's a very difficult thing to do within the self-publishing space in South Africa, just because there isn't really information available online, so it's not accessible.
Yeah.
And again, that's why we started this thing, so that we can make that kind of thing available and just make it easier for authors, because it's so different
Yeah.
from having to publish a book overseas. Each country
It,
is
it,
different, but it seems like South Africa is like sort of hell-bent on making it as difficult as
yeah.
possible.
It really is. And there's no need for it. It's an
Yeah,
old, archaic system that does not need to be around the way it is. This is 2026, and there's so much you can learn and make it
yeah,
so much easier and accessible and honest,
yeah,
And I hate having to hear stories from people that are being taken advantage of. That's like my biggest bugbear within anything in life. I
yeah,
hate people being taken advantage of. And listen, and a lot of people will say, well, oh, it's that person's fault. They should have done more, investigation, or they should have
mm,
looked more into it more. And I understand that. But not everybody is built that way.
yeah,
Like me, I dig deep and I'm like a bloodhound. I will research somebody until the cows come home, um, because I've been messed around, and I
Yeah.
will not have that happen again. But
Yeah.
you have people that are very trusting, and
Yeah.
they think that they are being given the best information. And unfortunately, when we have like certain groups and they're putting out information, and listen, it's not the person's fault, because most probably that's what they think is the truth.
Yeah.
But it's when we need to investigate further. And I think that's a problem nowadays, is that people are quick to believe what some famous TikTok person is saying, or what famous, you know, X, Y, and Z is saying. And
Yeah.
it might not be true. We have to do our own investigation as
Yeah.
well. And even people who are joining SIRE and the local book hive, please do your research. Please, come and ask us the
Yeah.
questions, because we have nothing to hide. We are very much, this is who we are. We want to help because we're in the same situation. We get it.
Yeah. Yeah. And you understand the frustration. So happy to play open cards about everything
Yeah,
because that's
100%.
that's the point that the community is at. They
Yeah,
need that absolute transparency with everything. And you
yeah.
know what? It's a good culture to build anyways. To be
Yes,
teaching our authors to ask questions and
yeah. I
sort
want
of
people to, ask questions. I want people to teach me things,
mm,
because everyone's got a different way of thinking about stuff. And that is the beauty of this, is that we have
yes.
all different people involved with different personalities and different, you know, ways of doing stuff. But at the core, we're all the same. It's all about an honest, transparent platform.
Yeah.
And that's great.
Yeah. Yeah, it is beautiful to be able to do it in community,
Yes.
um, on so many levels, but just that's, being able to get other people's perspectives is already groundbreaking almost. And
Yes.
yeah,
It
like you
is.
learn so much. I think we've learned so much in the few weeks that we've been doing this together with the other, the founding members of SIA and starting that, getting our new members on board and that, just to be able to hear from every person, like this is the system that they work with whatever part of the journey that you're on. It's just, it makes you think and it helps to expand your own little worldview in terms of
Yes.
how you write and how
Definitely.
you publish.
And it builds people up as well. And it
Yes.
helps them, especially if they're shy, and it helps them think about not being scared to ask a question and feeling
Yeah.
silly. Because I think that's the majority of people. They'll have these questions in their heads, but they don't want to look silly. They don't want to look like, remember when you're in school and it's
Hmm.
about answering that question and putting your hand up? People don't want to look silly. They don't want to sound silly. So I'll
Yeah.
be silly for you and I will ask the silly question that you think is
Yeah.
silly. You know what I mean? Because together we will grow. Together we will make this a platform that we all are shining, and we all are
Mm.
not worried that we're going to get scammed.
Yeah. Yeah. And when we can start putting those type of worries behind us, that's when
Yeah.
South African authors will really begin to shine. I mean, I dream of the day where our authors will be on the same level as some of these international superstars. And I'm not even talking about authors that go through traditional publishers.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's if that's the route you choose, I'm very proud of you for being able to achieve
Yeah.
that and that. But there are some international indie authors that are doing absolutely incredible work. And I
Yeah.
can't wait for the day when our South African authors are on the same
Yeah.
level as that, just because they're being nurtured and taken care of, and they have a community where they can actually grow to that
They
level.
deserve to be celebrated. They
Yes,
deserve to
absolutely.
stand up and say, I'm an author. a South African indie author, and I matter.
Yes.
My voice, my words, whatever I write matters.
Yes.
And as we saw from our thing on Sunday when we did our workshop for our
Yeah.
members, how many people were so scared of being seen. They, you
Yeah.
know, they thought that they were being imposters and that they're
Yeah.
not writers. They're not, and just changing that narrative within them. By the end of that workshop, you could see everyone was like, they're having a bit of a aha moment, you know,
Yeah.
and that's what we want. We want you to feel that you can conquer the world because you can.
Yeah.
We're not
And the
here to
first step
hinder
is
you.
believing in yourself. So,
Yeah. And it sounds so silly, you know,
yeah.
like believing in yourself and being kind to yourself.
Yeah.
Those make a big change within your mindset, which also
Mm.
reflects in your writing and your
Yes.
putting yourself out there. And it's a basic question. How many people around you have done what you've done?
Yeah.
I can tell you not many,
Yeah. No, absolutely. It's
you
a great
know?
achievement just to be able to put pen to paper and finish your first book.
Yes.
And like you say, there's so many authors that they do that. In fact, they publish multiple books by themselves. So they
Yeah.
self-publish these books. But still, because we're being told you're not traditionally published, you're not a real author, you feel like
Yeah.
you can't call yourself an author, or you're afraid to put your work out there because what if people don't like it? Or, you know, they realize that I am only pretending and I'm being a fraud.
Yeah,
And
it's true.
yeah, it really hampers you. You're not able to, I mean, you can write the most beautiful book, but if you're not able to actually put yourself out there and market that book, it's just going to
Yes.
stay on your computer for the rest, or your own bookshelf for the rest of your life. And it's sad to see that.
100%. And even, or they might not even finish the book.
Yes.
And that's even sadder, you know what I mean? It's like they're
Yeah.
scared to finish that last chapter because
Yeah.
then they have to step into that other space of,
Yeah.
look, I wrote a book and I did that. I hid for a decade. I didn't tell
Yeah.
anyone, no one knew. And my husband's like, what? And I've written many books over a
Yeah.
decade. And it was because I just thought, well, I wasn't great at like English and reading when I was a kid. So I haven't got the right to be an author. I don't have the right to publish a book. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? There's this subconscious thing that, and especially in school, they will say, if you're not an academic, well, then you shouldn't be doing this. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Anyone can write a book. Anybody has the information to write something. Now, I'm not
Yeah.
saying it has to be perfect, it has to be brilliant, but the fact you put something on paper, that's an
Yeah.
accomplishment,
No, for sure. We've got
you
a
know?
question here from Simply Delightful, who's
Okay,
asking when our next workshop will be.
okay.
So we are running I don't know what, I can never remember the term
So
for
every
your
so
specific for your specific
so
workshops that you do.
so every workshop will be different. So we put a theme out, a bunch of themes out to our members, and they choose the one that comes up with the biggest response is what we will discuss in the
Yeah,
next
and
workshop. So
it's all around like mental health and wellness
yeah,
for that particular workshop, which happens once a week.
yeah.
Unfortunately, that is for our SIA members, but I mean, becoming a member is very simple and achievable.
Yes,
And you
exactly.
can
We
follow,
wanted to make sure.
yeah, that it's accessible.
Yeah.
The link to sign up is actually on the SIA page's bio.
She is. They are a member. Awesome.
Sorry,
So
I
the
don't
next
know
one
what
will
you
be on.
Sunday.
Yeah, the next one is on Sunday. I'll be putting in a poll today for your discussion of what you would like us to talk about on the workshop.
Yeah, so if you are on the WhatsApp group, it will be there. But if you're not on the WhatsApp group, please DM one of us to put you on the WhatsApp group, please.
Definitely, because you also receive the replay and the workbook and the online interactive journal for the replay. So if you haven't
Yeah.
got that, okay, they're not on there yet. So great. So
Okay.
reach out to one of us and we will put you on there, and then we will also send you the replay and the workbook and the interactive journal, because a lot of people don't have printers at home. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also, it's expensive to buy ink. I mean, this country, ink is like so expensive throughout the world.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so how can we do this? Let's make something interactive that they can write in, they can answer the prompts, they can do some exercises without having to worry about having a laptop, having a printer. As long as
Yeah.
you've got a phone, you can access it.
Yeah, it's
And,
brilliant.
it's all part of what we want our members to have. It's, we want to nourish them mentally, within their mindset, also within their writing, within how they feel about themselves. It's all a rounded ecosystem that we provide for the SIRE members, because they deserve it. Plain and
Yes, yes.
simple. They deserve to be the best that they can be for themselves,
Yeah.
and to sometimes stop procrastinating, and sometimes stop being unkind to themselves,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to our subconscious. We
Yeah.
can store so much stuff in there and we drag it through our lives, and then we wonder why we get to the stage where we're like, oh, I can't publish that. I'm not good enough. Or,
Yeah.
I don't look the right way, or I don't feel the right way. We need to get rid of those belief systems,
Yeah. No,
and
absolutely. And I think it's an ongoing journey, which is why we're
yes,
doing those type of workshops every week. Because it's not,
exactly.
I mean, changing monologue is not something.
It takes years sometimes. Sometimes it takes years. Sometimes it takes, it can take moments. It's individual. Everybody is completely different when it comes to reworking their mindset.
Yeah.
And listen, not everybody can afford to have access to that. You know what I mean? Because therapists
Yeah.
and people who write journals or mindset, they're not cheap. They're not
Yeah.
cheap. But my thing has always been about helping others, paying it forward, because I never had that when I was struggling with all of my health stuff. So it's always been my goal to make sure that people have this, to be able to find a way for themselves, but also having us as like a little hug, when
Yeah.
they need it. Because you
Yeah.
can go for therapy, you can go for retreats, and they can open up a can of worms, and then you're left to it. This
Yeah.
isn't
To have
what
that
this
community
is.
to support
Yeah,
you
yeah,
at the end of it.
exactly.
And I mean,
And
the
so,
way that's on the side, obviously the Style WhatsApp group has only been active now since last week, Monday,
yeah,
Sunday. But just to see how the authors are engaging with one another and encouraging one another and celebrating those small wins. We had one author this week that managed to finish her debut fantasy
yes,
novels manuscript, her first draft. We've got another author with the Word Wars that's like super close to getting there. So just being able to see how people are just like really building each other up. And it makes it infinitely more joyful to be able to put your book out there and actually put in the work that needs to.
hello. Is it me or is it you who's gone off?
Book.
Are
And they're
you
like,
there?
oh, that's nice. So to have other authors who are so keen to just like jump up and put, you know, give you the trophy for finishing this thing is a huge encouragement. And it's been great to see that
Yes.
happening on the group already. And we've only been at it for a week and a few days.
And there's also the different stages of authors, isn't there? You know, people that have
Yes,
published many,
yes.
many times and people who haven't yet.
Yeah.
And no one is different. They
Yeah.
all band together, creating this harmonious community, and no question is frowned upon.
Yeah.
You know, there's
Yeah. And I think
no
it's,
like, I'm better than you. You know what I mean? It's like
yeah.
we're all in this together. And talking
Yeah.
about that, what is happening this evening? We need to let
Oh,
people know.
definitely. We're going to be going live again at 8 o'clock
Again.
tonight
Yeah.
with none other than Madam Cupcake herself. So we're going to be joining Siobhan Bulmer on a live tonight. And it's been amazing seeing, she's also a part of Saya at the moment. She joined us last week. And it's been very encouraging to see someone who's been able to drive so much change within the book talk community in South Africa. Like, just be so supportive of what we're doing as well. So we're going to be having a chat with her. She's got some amazing things that are happening with Mzansi Cupcakes, with her Rising Stars initiative and that. So we're going to be
Yeah.
having a lacquer chat with her.
I'm so looking forward to this because,
Yes.
you know, we're coming together and,
Yes.
you know, we still have our separate, but we're coming together to make this beautiful ecosystem for all of us. And
Yeah.
that hasn't been done before.
No,
And that is groundbreaking.
it is. And it's so encouraging for me to see that people are so ready for this, that they just like,
Yeah.
it's, they just like accepting it. Like, yes, this is the way it should be. And it seems so counterintuitive in the world that we live in,
Indeed.
that it's sort of every person for themselves, and
Yeah.
you either make it or you don't. That the community in South Africa is so much like, let's do this together. How can we
Yes.
help to make this better? So
No.
yeah, I'm excited to have a chat with her tonight.
Yeah,
It's
originally it
great
was going to
fun.
be on YouTube, but
Yeah.
not going to happen. It will be uploaded to YouTube, but it's going to be here on TikTok, which is
Yes.
going to be very exciting. So please join us this evening at 8 p.m.
Yes.
because I think there's going to be some real nuggets there. There's going to
Yeah.
be some real like moments of, you know, aha for a lot of people.
Mm. Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's going to be exciting. And the
Indeed.
first of many more, I hope. We're going to be chatting to
Yeah.
various different people.
Yes.
And yeah, I think just having good conversation is going to be great.
So Rogue Lycos, can you refresh me on where to join and to join Saya? So we will send you the information. Not a problem. But
Yeah.
we have some amazing people coming to talk and to give workshops, which
Yes.
is
Yeah. So
insane. How many
yeah,
people have
next one
reached
is,
out and said, you know,
yeah, we said the other day that we've booked up our workshop slots for until the end of
yeah,
March, possibly even
I
past
know.
that.
It's
So
crazy.
yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun and so many different topics. We're going to do social media marketing. We've got some editors coming to chat with us about
Yeah.
how to go about that kind of thing, graphic design, legal
Yes.
aspects of authorship, all those kind of things. So we're trying to really add value to the authors. So we've got, on the one hand, our weekly mental health workshops, and then every second week, not twice a week, every second week,
Yeah.
educational stuff. So beyond just the community of being a part of Saya, there's quite a lot happening. And these are all live calls. So idea being that it's not just someone preaching at you, but that
Yeah.
it's an interactive space where if you have questions, you can ask them right there and then. And yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's going to be
And
fun.
we've also got the resources page, which is getting really well. You know, the stuff that's being
Yes,
added to
yes.
there is really good. And we have people like saying, we want to write about this. And we're like, please do. Please,
Yeah, it's a
the more
community effort.
information we can give, the better. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
it's just mind blowing. And I keep on saying it, but it is mind blowing because so many people are just coming together, even with the local book hive. I mean, how many people have reached out to us and they're like, I want to do a giveaway. I want to provide you with
Yeah,
some books to do a giveaway.
yeah, yeah, just to get to
Insane.
help spread the word. And it's not that we ever asked for those things
No,
either. They just
that's
came.
the thing.
So, so I mean, all the giveaways that we're doing, there is one running at the moment. So if you haven't entered
Yes.
yet, go enter it. All of those books and things that we are giving away have been given to us to do by the authors. And it's not
Yeah.
that, yeah, like I said, we didn't ask for this at all. These individual people all approached us on
Yeah.
their own to do this. And I think,
It was
yeah,
originally
that's what I'm
just
saying.
me and you and one of the founders that wanted
Yeah,
to do that.
yeah,
And then like everyone is just messaging like, please, can you add us?
yeah,
Amazing. Yes, we
yeah,
will, we will help you however we can.
yeah. No,
So exciting.
it's a lot of fun. It's been a great
Well,
experience. It's just like restored my faith in humanity.
hasn't it just? You
Yeah,
know, I mean, I feel like I've known you for years and we are
yeah,
so similar. It's insane. It's like
yeah. Angela will
unbelievable.
send something on the group. I'm like, I wanted to just say exactly that.
It's
And
so
then
funny.
the next day I do it, and she's like, I was thinking exactly the same thing. It just happens all the time. So it's
But
great to be able to partner with you, Angela, because I feel like
yeah, you too. I
I'm
mean,
working with myself here, but at the same time, having,
yes,
you have different ideas as well that,
I'm
and,
like the
and,
older version of
keeping
yourself.
accountable. And I think that's fantastic as
I'm
well.
the older version of yourself.
Yeah, yeah. Not that much older though.
11 years. But
Yeah.
I think this is the thing, is that the relationships and friendships that can be formed from this is unbelievable.
Yeah, and it's priceless.
It is really priceless. And we've seen how people have just kind of banded together, and that
Mm,
is like restoring faith in our country.
yeah,
It doesn't matter who you are, what background you're from, you're one of us.
yeah.
And that's such a beautiful thing to be part of.
Yeah, and exciting.
Right. So join us this evening, 8 p.m., with the wonderful Madam Cupcake, Siobhan Bulmer. It's going to be a doozy.
Yes. I'm
There's so
excited to
much
find
fun.
out what she's up to. I'll be honest with
Yeah.
you, because she's always got
She's got a
something
lot
brewing in the
happening.
background.
Yeah, she's like always doing something, and it's
Yes.
always something outside the box, which is
Yeah.
brilliant.
And she thinks so
So,
big as well. I absolutely love it. I think it's amazing.
yeah. And I'm looking forward to hearing about her new works and what's going on.
Yes, I got a shipment from her. Was it yesterday or the day before? I can't even
Okay.
remember now. Some of her books, and I've actually bought some of her books, and I love the way that she writes, because it's very different from anything that you'll read, because
Yeah.
she writes, you know, from the perspective of an abuse survivor, and the way that they think. So it's
Yeah.
very different from a normal book. Or some of her books are written to be dyslexia friendly
Yes.
and ADHD friendly in their formatting and that, which is so cool. It's so thoughtful. It's such a little thing
I think
that
that's definitely
makes actually a
needed.
really big difference. Yeah,
It's definitely needed, especially in a community where so many people read differently, learn differently. We need to be doing that. It
yes,
shouldn't be an afterthought. It should be a
yeah, standard.
inclusive thought. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah, so
that's why I love an audiobook for people as well,
yeah,
because it also helps reach other people who might not be able to read a
mm,
book.
yeah. Oh, I love
So
audiobooks. I am
I'm
constantly audiobooking
funny.
while I'm busy in the house or driving or something. So
You see, I'm funny with an audiobook. It's about the voice. If the
yes, no, I'm very
voice,
particular about that as well.
if the voice isn't right, if it's an AI voice, I'm not reading it. I'm not listening to it
Mm,
because you can tell. Um, and sounds, I'm very funny with sounds. So if it's not the type of voice that I would like, the book could be a
Yeah.
bestseller. I'm not going to read. I'm not going to listen to it.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. So I actually
Yeah,
DNF'd the book last month just because
yeah,
I couldn't handle the narrator's voice.
yeah.
So I'll take it up again when I've got the time to physically read it,
Yeah,
but
and
I
it
won't
would
listen
be
to it.
great if we could actually get some narrators for
Yes.
Sire and the local book hive,
Yeah.
because I mean, I did a thing on TikTok last year actually, where they did a female narrator day for narrators all over TikTok. They came together, you gave them part of your work, and they read it. And it was
Okay.
fantastic. So
Yeah.
I have a few people, but I don't know if there's any South African ones. So if you're a South African narrator, get in touch with us. Seriously.
Yes.
Because we want to promote you. We want to get you out there to our authors.
Yes.
Because how nice would it be to have our own homegrown narrator?
Yes. Definitely something that we'll explore, getting
Definitely.
audiobook
So,
production in South Africa up and going.
yeah,
But anyway,
100%. Anyway, we are going broad now.
yes.
Right, guys, thank you for joining us. If you've joined us, if you catch us, we're going to download it and put it on our YouTube so you can watch it on there if you haven't watched the full thing. So, thanks so much, and I'll
And we'll
see
see
you
you
at 8
tonight at
p.m.
8 o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah, take care, my guys.
Great.
Bye.
Bye bye.